welcome back to my channel. It's your girl D to the O to the Y and I'm back with new hair, no me. Anyways, so today's video is based on travel planning, and this may help those that are gonna do their first ever solo traveling, or they're gonna do their first ever group trip abroad. So I'm just gonna share a few tips on the type of so you can help find you the right flights and the right hotels for a reasonable price, and I'm just going to share which ones I normally basically tend to visit before planning my holiday. So what we're going to be doing today is travel planning, and we're going to be focusing on flights and hotels, and I'm going to share which websites I tend to go to in order for me to plan my holidays and to find the right hotels and flights as well within a reasonable price. So we'll be talking about travel planning, excuse my writing, travel planning, hotels and flights. Yeah, okay, we're going to be focusing on flights first, and the first place that I'll tend to go to for booking my flights is the airline that I would like to basically go to. So if I'm going to, let me try and get this right, if I'm going to New York, I tend to go and fly with Virgin Atlantic. So I'll go on the Virgin Atlantic website and I'll see how the prices is. Or if I want to go to Dubai, it used to be Virgin, but obviously they stopped it last year, so sad. But what I would tend to basically go and use is Emirates Airline. Go on their websites first. So I would say the first tip is to go on the the airline website first to obviously see the prices, and then when you go on that website first, you get to see how much it will cost first before you go into any other website. So for example, I'll just put £500 here to go using Virgin and NY. This is not the correct price, and obviously Virgin obviously has good deals and everything, but I'm just basically giving an example, okay? So let me write here, example. I can't even spell. Example. Okay, so the tip number 2 is I would use Google. I can't even say Google, but yeah, I'll go on google.com and I will basically write, I'm just going to use Dubai as an example. So I will write London, as I'm from London, to Dubai. And then it will take me to, if it's a round trip, multi-city, one way, and then it asks you obviously what dates you want to go. And then what happens is you have literally a long list of flights, and it can show you like taking a direct flight to Dubai, or basically taking 1 stop, 2 stops to basically land in another country. Then you have to wait before you get to the next connecting flights. So that's what I would basically do. And it's usually cheaper than going on a website, so I tend to go with this one. And number 3, the most famous, well, I use it anyways, is SkyScanner. SkyScanner is obviously another way that you can check for, okay, let me leave it, it's gonna leave it in the check. SkyScanner is a good way to find cheaper flights as well. And obviously it will show you direct flights, or basically non-stop, basically a flights, basically that it will show you a direct flight, or it may also show you flights that you have to basically go to another country to go for. So that's another way that you should basically check out. So number 4, I would go on cheapflights.co.uk. If you're abroad, I'm not sure if they do cheap flights. Like if you're abroad, not in the UK, I'm not quite sure if they do cheap flights, because obviously it's a UK website. So just double check if they do. If not, you have other alternatives. But yeah, I'll go on cheap flights, and it's similar to SkyScanner, and obviously you get to find cheaper flights. And number 5, this is for the students out there. My friend recommended this to me like 2 years ago when I was doing my first ever solo trip, and it's very good. They have it in America as well. But yeah, check out Student Universe. And the good thing about this is when you sign up as a student, you get to obviously use their website for lifetime. So when you become a graduate, or when you leave school, college, university, you literally can still use this. And it is so good for the students. Like, students that want to go to like basically a country that's being so expensive, when you check all the other websites above, honestly, this website is so good. It's actually so good. I think I went to New York for like a month in 2016, December. I said it so many times in all my videos, sorry. And I literally used Student Universe, and I think I paid like $350. I can't remember, but I literally paid $350 for a month, and it was like a reasonable price, especially in December when everyone's obviously wants to go there for Christmas. Or actually, I don't even know if people go there for Christmas. Actually, do they? I don't know, but it literally is really good. It's a reasonable price for the students out there that obviously cannot obviously pay like a big amount. This is good, and I took a direct flight when I used Student Universe, so it was really good. So check this out. First, I thought it wasn't legit. But obviously, when I done my research and everything, found out obviously it was legit. So it's a good thing. So yeah, check it out if you're a student. The last one that I would use is, I actually forgot it. What would I use? Oh yeah, lastminute.com. Obviously, you can use this for flights and hotels. But I obviously tend to just basically use this for flights. And yeah, so I tend to use this obviously for flights only. But if I'm going on like my first ever solo trip, okay, not my first, when I went to New York, I obviously used this because obviously it was a good price, flight and hotel that I took obviously. So yeah, so don't know what. I don't feel like that's why it's number 6, because I don't even know what to say about it. But I have used it before, I think on 2 occasions. I can't remember, but I've used it on 2 occasions. So yes. So these are basically 6 websites that I obviously tend to use, and to see obviously a reasonable price. And yeah, it's really, really good, and obviously it benefits me a lot. But the main ones I obviously use is obviously the airline website, obviously Google, and then SkyScanner. And I just basically use these ones for like backup. Sometimes I check the prices on Student Universe, because sometimes it can be similar to the ones here, I'm not gonna lie. It can be similar to the ones there, but I tend to check. These are my main 3. If I had to choose out of this, I'll choose these main 3. And if you're a traveller and you've done solo travelling, or you've done group travelling in the past, even if you're the first, even if it's your first ever trip abroad, this is the best thing I've ever invested in. And I'm gonna put it in red pen, and it links with this my English, my spelling, Air Miles. I cannot stress enough about this. Air miles is so important, and it is when you have a particular, if you fly, let's say I fly all the time to New York, which I obviously don't, but I fly literally every year, once a year, or every month to New York with Virgin Atlantic. What Virgin Atlantic tends to do is they give you miles. So they give you miles. Forgive the wonkiness. They basically give you miles, and you basically can use the miles to pay for your next flight. It all depends. If you keep go flying out with them, the more miles you get, the less you will pay for your next flight. Or you can do miles and money, or you can just pay for literally your miles in literally just pay for your miles without pay for your flights with just your miles if you have enough. And it usually tends to expire every 2 years, or every 2 years, or when your next flight is, it will extend every 2 years. So I suggest when you're flying abroad, you feel like you're flying abroad a lot, and you have a particular airline that you really, really like, basically make sure you sign up for air miles. I think it will automatically be signed. Always add your air miles onto the system, because it's really, really good. And I'm telling you, this is what is very beneficial, and it makes you want to travel even more. So I salute all of the airlines that basically do air miles. So as for hotels, I actually only use, let me see, I only literally use 2 websites, and let me do this in blue. So for hotels, I literally only use this one, booking.com. Yeah, I literally only use this. Booking.com, like I've used, I don't know how many years I've been using it, but it is so good. I'm telling you. So yeah, booking.com is so good, and like I said, you can use booking.com anywhere in the world, and I use it for hotels. Like, I'm gonna put this in them as well. I'm gonna give you guys a tip. It's not even a tip. It's basically gonna be in red as well. It's so special. Genius program. Okay, so what booking.com tends to do, if you've booked with them like a hotel, I believe for 3 times you become a Genius member, so they will enter you into the Genius program, and then that means you can get literally like 10% for your next hotel, 15% obviously is on selected hotels, and sometimes you get like a welcome drink. I got welcome drink, is that it? Welcome drink, yeah, like obviously not how can I say, sometimes you get a welcome drink, people could think, is that it? I can make it myself, but yeah. You get a welcome drink, like it makes you feel welcome when you go to the hotel, the drink's ready for you, like, and then yeah. People gonna think it's not that deep. Okay, let me just, yeah. Anyways, you get like 10%, 15%, and it's so much better than paying the original price, because like, for example, if you're paying £500 for a flight and you get obviously 10% of it, so minus £50, £450. That's better than nothing, you know. So it's obviously still good. So yeah, that's what I tend to use. Booking.com. So it's really good. So Genius program, you're flying out with them a lot. Honestly, make sure obviously when you're flying out with them a lot, this is what you will become, a genius member. First time someone ever called me a genius, mate. The last one I use obviously is lastminute.com. I don't really use it, but if booking.com says obviously the particular hotel I want, or the hotels that I want, if they basically if they don't have it on the website, or I'm not feeling the hotels, I'll tend to just go on lastminute.com. That's if I'm desperate. I'll tend to go on lastminute.com and book it. And yeah, these are literally the only 2. And then when I was in, I can give you an example of the 3rd one. Book from hotel website. So if you're a regular in a particular hotel, like you basically enjoy going there and everything, sometimes they suggest go on the hotel website, or I think they'll normally say just to contact them via email, and they will give you a decent price. And yeah, so when I went to Dubai, I'm trying to remember the time it happened, 2017. Yeah, 2017. I just solo to Dubai, and I remember going to the hotel, and then that's the hotel I tend to use when I go. And I remember going there, and I was like, do you remember me? Somebody would be like, yeah, but I know deep down it's 50-50. And then I remember the guy saying how, I remember talking to the guy that how I think I said to him it was expensive. I can't remember what I said. And then he's like to me, next time, he gave me his email of his business, like the hotel business card. And he was like, basically, next time email to obviously get a good price, or just go on the website, the hotel website. And the hotel website tends to have obviously a cheaper price than obviously these ones, because when you think about it, it's commission based. So if you go on the original website, you'll have like a decent price. So yes, yes, that's it, that's it, that's it. So yeah, that's what I basically use for planning hotels and flights. And make sure you plan ahead. And yes, and that's it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And obviously I'll be doing more videos, so